is just a little bit chilly today. And I am getting my workout in. But what's up, you guys? Chet-Guthrie, the Dream Poet here, coming to you all with another Tennessee historical vlog. And today, you guys, as we're walking up this hill, by the way, this is the Bauxite mine trail up here in this area. And we are out here trying to find something spectacular. You see, nowadays, this land that we're on right now, this is owned by Southern Adventist University. But back in the 30s and the 40s, this, along with the rest of Collegedale on Apison Pike, was a huge bauxite mine, as well as in a few areas you had a few dog holes, as they called them, where they would mine iron. You all probably are wondering, well, Chet, what is bauxite? Well, bauxite is the product needed to make aluminum. And this entire ridge here, by the way, Bauxite Ridge as it is called, this was all a big giant strip mine. Now, over the course of 100 years later, that has changed. You got a university just down the road from here. It's just incredible to see what happens with the land over a long period of time. And it's very interesting, there is actually an old topographical map of what this area used to look like. And you could see where the strip mine was, as well as the other dog holes that they were digging to find bauxite. Now, present day, there's not really a whole lot left from this time, but the thing we are going after today, it is an old crane. An old crane that used to lift up the bauxite from the earth and pour it into the other boxes and carts that would take it down the mountain into the train station nearby, so that could be processed into aluminum. And anyway, guys, we're coming here to find it today. And by the way, it looks like Southern Adventist University is planning on turning this into a small pavilion. Why I say that, as I catch my breath, is that you got a water fountain right here. Looks like it actually works. And then you've got some bathrooms right in here. So probably sometime this spring, it'll probably be opened. Looks like somebody just left their ladder right there, just out in the elements. Looks like somebody was like, hey, I'm not doing anything more. Or maybe. Looks like they're going to turn this into a really cool park. So let's get to it. I'm ready to find this thing. Dude, check this out. There's a deer right there. I'm not sure if you all can see him. Looks like he's a buck, because looks like he's got some looks like he's got some antler. No, there's a doe right there. Not sure if y'all can see him. See, there he is right there. Another one was walking right over here. I'm guessing that they're okay with people, because they're not really doing anything. See, look. Oh. And, oh, there they go. Well, we'll probably come across them again, because this trail wraps around in their general path. Huh. Deer. Who would have thought? Now back to the search of this old crane. By the way, that was really cool to see a few deer. I figured the best way to follow it or where it might be, is to follow where the nearest set of train tracks are. And well, if you look at the map, the train tracks go this way, where we're heading right now. So I'm kind of thinking that that's where it's probably at, because if you think about it, during the 30s and the 40s, people were using the railroads more often than not. So I'm thinking the closer the railroad tracks, the closer this crane is going to be. And you know what? I was just now thinking this, but I'm wondering if this trail right here is the actual road they used to go around the mine site. And why I say that is it looks very similar to an old road that is on my stepfather's property up in Dunlap. And now that area, that was a coal mining operation, but there was an old road with a lot of overgrowth on it that looked very similar to this. So in the comments below, let me know, you guys, is this the old trail, like the old road that the men used to work on day in and day out, stripping the earth of bauxite? I'd like to know. Be a fascinating piece of information to know. Now earlier I mentioned dog holes, or where they were digging to extract the bauxite. Well, here are some of those dog holes. Like, I know it doesn't translate well, but you can clearly see the indentation right there. That's about a 3-4 foot hole. So I think we're coming up close on it, because we got one right there as well. So this is an old extraction spot. And here's a better look at that hole from the bottom. You can kind of see, like I said, it's got an indentation. That's not normal. So I'm actually standing in a dog hole right now. There's a lesser one right over there. So that one I already showed you guys. So they're so cool. We are finding the remains of history. And if that's the case, then what we're walking on right now, this might be the original road. Because look how level it is. Like, in a way, this is where you could fit a truck or a cart or some type of mining contraption to get stuff in and out and where you're taking it. And dude, check this out. Check that out. That's one of the holes. One of the dog holes. Or at least a one that's in better shape. You can see how the rocks come together. And it looks as if it had just been dug up yesterday. Well, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration. It looks like it's been a few years since it was last used. And I found another one. Whew. So this is the 4th hole that I found so far from the days of the bauxite mine. That one looks like it's in a bit of better shape. And if you look just down the way, there's McKee Bakery. I feel like I've walked just about this entire mountain. And I'm getting kind of worn out. Don't really know what it was used for, other than they were really stripping out the mountain. Because there's another trail right there. How about that? How about that? And it looks like it goes down pretty deep bit of ways. Well, we've got some foundation right here. Probably left over from that time period. And you all must be wondering, what does bauxite look like? Throughout this entire video, I've not been able to show you guys, but it looks something very similar to this. Kind of grainy, kind of has a lot of open holes in it, has a lot of a rust color. So these are some examples right here. And here's a better example right here. For a second, it looks like a big, giant block of rust. But no, that is bauxite. That is what is needed to make aluminum. Whew. It's all the way down here at the bottom of this trail. Oh yay, the sun's out. Well, to be honest, I've gotten lost quite a few times in searching for this old crane, or rock crusher as some people call it. But anyway, I just have not had any luck. I have found places where the mine was active. So I talked to a few friends, and I talked to my friend Patrick from Famous 5 Amos, and he knew where this place was right off the bat. Apparently this old crane, or jaw crusher, whatever you call it, rock crusher, is a geocaching site. I did not know that. But anyway, he gave me the coordinates, and we're heading up there right now. Thank goodness, because honestly, I was about ready to walk out of the woods just a moment ago. And we have now crossed the ridge. We are back onto Bauxite Ridge, the far end. And dude, there is a chair right there. I mean, looks metal, of course. Chair looks like it might be about maybe 20 years old. So I take it, yeah, the GPS, here, let me show you guys. Let me pull it up. Okay. Okay, where you see the gold star, that's where it is. And we are right on top of it. Now I do believe I found another dog hole. Or maybe not a dog hole. This may have been an actual mining hole. Kind of see some of it right in there where it dips. And right over here, there's an old power line. I think we're getting very close. Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's not supposed to be out in the woods. There's a big giant pole. It looks like we are back on another trail. I don't know where though. Maybe it's unmarked. I don't quite know though. You know, it kind of reminds me of that time that I went up to Klingman's Dome and the Grapevine Trail and the Smokies to find those steam engines. It's like I walked all up and down the mountains, no luck whatsoever, until it was right on top of me. and I couldn't believe it. Now this is very much reminiscent of those steam locomotives I found at Klingman's Dome. Look, railroad tracks, followed by another set right here, right underneath in the rocks, in the ground. Something that you'd probably see for a tiny, tiny mining car to go through. Look how far it goes into the hill. It's like it stops just short of there. Right here, here's some more track. Ooh, it's like that's a part of the actual track that I just found. Oh my God, that is so awesome. And speaking of it being right on top of my feet, there it is. There it is. It only took me 7 hours in walking the entire ridge. I found it. Look at the foundations and the rock work from the days when this was still a bauxite mine. That is obvious. That is a part of the old road that used to take all the bauxite and all the other iron ore off this mountain and this ridge. This bauxite ridge has shown me a lot of things today. This was worth it. This tired me out a lot. And I'm not gonna lie, this one almost kicked my butt. Like, seriously. I thought I wasn't going to find it. And here it is in all its glory, or part of the old rock crusher. I think that's, for the most part, the metalwork and the engine that runs off of it. Dude, this is awesome. And I mean, it sits here right on the mountain ridge, and I'll tell you, like, all day today I searched, and most people didn't even know what I was talking about, which is sad, because this was all a big giant mining operation way back when. And it's just like, this is crazy. This is so freaking awesome. There we have like one of the other foundations, and a big giant piece of history that is laying out here in the mountainside. Patrick, thank you so much, because I was about to give up. But dude, check that out. Look at how that iron is broken. Like, you could tell this thing operated for a very long time. Let's see what it says right there. Phillips and McLaren Co., Pittsburgh, USA. So this came all the way up from Pennsylvania. And down there is the actual box itself where they used to throw everything in there. And I don't know what this is. I don't know what part of what ran this beast here on the mountain. But dude, okay, let's get down here. Let's check out the other part of this old crane. Oh my God. This thing is way bigger in person. Like, oh my goodness. Look at that. That is so awesome. Look at the size of that wheel right there. That thing is huge. Oh wow. Oh, this is cool. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. Look at the size of this. Dude, this is absolutely incredible. This is awesome. Look, there are even old cables here. So maybe, just maybe it wasn't a crane, or maybe it was. Like, you have these big giant rods that run up it, and it looks like it would pour it into the box cars. I'm almost kind of curious to see what else is on this mountainside. What other secrets are out here? For example, on the old topographical maps that show the mining in this area, this was called an aerial tramway. So I don't know if this was an incline or what, but I do know that I think for the most part it was a rock crusher or a crane. Let's check out the other ironwork in it. Oh my god, this is crazy. Look at the size of that old metalwork in it. I mean, that's as large as my body right there. And of course, as I was talking, look at the size of this old wheel. So I guess I can kind of see why maybe some people that know it's here don't want to talk about it, because I could probably see why this could end up being vandalized. But I mean, this is awesome. Look how that snapped. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe that's what broke it finally. Maybe. I mean, you can kind of see the underneath the foundation. You could see some other stuff right in there. Thank you, Patrick from Famous 5 Amos, for giving me the coordinates to this forgotten relic. Honestly, you guys, I was about to walk out of this ridge without a video, but I found it. Thank you. Thank you, Patrick. This is super awesome. But anyway, guys, this is going to be another vlog for another day. Thank you all very much for staying posted and staying tuned. This is incredible. But anyway, love you all very much. Till we meet again in the next vlog. This vlog is over.